Andrew said. Okay. Andrew said. So look. Thanks for your participation in the Andrew said movement. This is more than a moment. This is more than a moment. Eminem. This is more than a moment. Triple M's. It's a movement. And I just want to put that out there. It's a movement. Andrew said it's a movement. I remember some years ago, I had this big time job. I was running a state organization that had to do with a lot of things and a lot of people and a lot of budgets. And there was an executive team comprised of three of us with a boss. So there were it was a four-headed executive team with one of the four as the super executive. And so one of the execs of the three of us went to the super exec and said, Andrew doesn't get it. I mean, he didn't tell me he was going into the super guy's office with that. He said, Andrew don't get it. This is not a movement. Well, I take the position that if you are in life, if you are involved in life at all, either from pursuit of something or just trying to stay alive, which is the pursuit of something, it's a movement. Andrew said, you just can't sit around and expect without effort behind your expectation. That's E&E. Expectation requires effort, and another E for that matter, energy. So for me, life is a movement, and I wanna talk about it. But thanks again. Andrew said go to the website andrewholtz.org, and of course go in there, check it out. I really want you in there to check it out. Also, while you're in there, I do want you to give some financial support to our efforts. So go to Cash App, $ Ingle Street, ENGLESTREET. And again, I appreciate what you've done, what you're doing, and what you will do. So I said all that to talk about, I want to deal with change, or the challenge of changing your life direction or your life's direction. And the reason I don't want to say life's direction, I know that's possessive, and I understand grammar and all that, but it's your life that's in jeopardy if there's no direction. I want to pause because I want Andrew said to impact you, hit you where it needs to hit you for you to decide what you need to decide, to do what you need to do. So I'm challenging you to change your life direction. Your life direction. I don't want to say your life's direction because that suggests something that one may not have if he or she doesn't have life. So I want to be careful not to say something that's not true. You first need life. So let's deal with the challenge to change, or the challenge of changing your life direction. I've got some good stories and bad stories for you. I don't know which ones you want to hear, but both I think are helpful. First thing is, I know that, you need the consult of others, but what you don't want is the consult of others to discount who you are. You are who you are in the absence of others, and in the absence of others' purview and understanding and or appreciation. You are you, and you are who you are. It kind of goes back to something another Andrew said, where you've got to learn to appreciate yourself. But let's talk about that for a moment, because if you don't deal with who you are from self-evaluation, from self-analysis. I think that you will be responsible for diminishing the discovery process. And I believe that we are here on earth to discover who we are. We're not lower primate, so I ain't acting like no animal. I'm higher primate. I should operate in a different kind of intelligence, although all life form has intelligence. But I need to operate in the life in the system of intelligence that is significant and is assigned to my life form. So I'm gonna say it real good here. Andrew said, I ain't gonna act like no animal, because I ain't. And I think that's important. I do think that's important because I'm concerned about behavior. I spent a lot of time in school, in fact, dealing with behavior. Let me just share with you. My wife and I were in graduate school together, and she would come home and tell me about stuff that she was learning. I said, wow, she's learning some good stuff. Specifically, she had a class on behavior management. It was, I thought it was exciting, so I wanted to get in on it because at the time, there was we had a supervisor in our lives who was getting on my nerves, and I didn't feel like I needed that kind of behavior around me, and I didn't know how to deal with it. I didn't know how to manage it. I didn't know how to get that particular person off me. They were an authority person, and I was raised not to go against authority in a negative way. So I took this class, behavior modification, that really dealt with tracking behavior. And why is this important? Because if you are going to advance your life form as it was created for you to fit in, to walk in, and to accomplish through, then you've got to be careful to not allow contending forces to force you into a life form that doesn't fit, that you were not equipped to fit. So this class taught me how to observe behavior. And after you've observed certain patterns and, people do certain things a certain way, certain periods of time, under certain circumstances, track it, record it so that you'll know, and then go back and track it again to see if there are patterns that still exist, if they changed, what were the external forces that changed the pattern, et cetera, et cetera. Well, once you do that, what they taught us to understand was you should expect to see what you saw. That's a pattern. And to change it, you may have to change some external forces, et cetera, et cetera. So I want to talk about all that because you may by now have acquired a certain set or sets of behaviors that, quote unquote, are identified as the pattern of your life. Now, if that's not getting you where you need to go, you need to deal with what makes you tick. Under what circumstances do you tick or don't tick? Observe it. Well, I've been this way and it hadn't gotten me to that way, so maybe I need to change this way to get to that way. So, changing direction of your life is a choice that you have to make based on the perceived value of your life. I'm so glad. Let me just tell you what I'm glad about, Andrew said. I'm glad that I took the control of my life out of the hands of other people. So I could give you another. Andrew said, no one has a right to control your life. Now that's a strong Andrew said for me because I don't believe in controlling people. Let me say it another way. I don't believe in controlling people. So the first thing I said was, I don't believe I have a right to control people. The second thing I said, I don't believe in controlling people. So controlling people, they don't exist for me because they don't fit into my paradigm for quality of life and human existence. So if you're going to change, challenge, you got to change by challenging you. Look at yourself. See you. And I want to be careful there. See you in you. You know, I'll close with this. I've heard some damaging commentary out of parents about their children, in particular in some communities where anger in the mother is so prevalent at such a high level. Anger because of the dad who ain't there characterizes the child, in this case the son, in the most graphic and negative imagery of a distant, absent father, to the degree that the son owns it and acts it out for all of those known reasons. And we'll talk about that some other time. I close with this, though. Take your life. Maybe you have to take it back. Maybe you gave it away out of need, whatever. But if you're going to change to become who you are, if you're going to change your life direction, I think Andrew said it. Andrew said, you have to take your life out of another person's hand, place it in your hand, and accomplish what you are here to do. Does that fit? If it does, wear it. If it doesn't fit, as they say, hang it up somewhere else. But Andrew said, look, I appreciate you spending this time with me. I'm excited about just talking. That's what it's about. You can't walk it if you can't talk it, because you have to have a perception, have to have a goal. So Andrew said, here again, let me remind you, let me invite you. I want us to partner. I really do. There's some stuff I've got going on I'm excited about. You've got some stuff going on that you're excited about. Let's partner in our endeavors. So go to the website, see what I'm about. Hit me up, let you know what you are about. Go to andrewholtz.org. And of course, I would appreciate you putting some support with it, a little financial gift, etc. So go to Cash App, $ Ingle Street, ENGLESTREET, Cash App, $ Ingle Street. Andrew said,